Right then, ladies and gents. So, Snyder fans, Zack Snyder fans, do you think the Snyderverse is continuing? Probably not after this, let's be honest. Justice League director Zack Snyder says Warner Brothers still tortured him while he finished the Snyder Cut. So look, we'll break down obviously these thoughts, these statements by Zack Snyder, also some other comments as well from Deborah Snyder on streaming numbers and Zack Snyder on how Warner Brothers approached the Snyder Cut, because I think this is important. Because look, we've been saying it for a while. This Snyderverse is gone. Like, he's not coming back. It's going to be very, very surprising if he does come back. He himself is burning the bridges right now by saying these things, and they might well be true. Like, of course, they might well be true. I don't think it's really a point for debating, really, because that's not the point here. The point here is that he is really burning the bridges. I mean, he himself is acting like he doesn't want to work there again, which actually goes hand in hand with what he has basically said already. So he's done with it. I firmly believe that. I don't think we'll be seeing him do another DC film. And I think maybe it's something that people need to start sort of wrapping their head around. So let's dive into this today. All these articles are going to be linked down below, so check along if you want. Also linked in the description box is my second channel. I've been saying it a little bit here and there now, but I do have a second channel. I'm a big car guy, and I'm currently rebuilding a Group A rally homologation car. It's called a Nissan Pulsar GTIR. If you're into cars, you'll probably know what that is. It's very rare, and I'm rebuilding one. So check it out, because there's a link in the description box to that channel. I'd absolutely love to have you guys over there. It'd be great. I have such an awesome community here. It'd be great if you guys could follow me over there as well. But that being said, let's dive into these comments, because they are surprising. And they're very... I don't know. What can we say? Are they sort of aggressive? Maybe? I don't know. Are they too blunt, too honest? Who knows? Basically, in an interview with Uproxx, Snyder discussed essentially the Snyder Cut, right? He says, I don't want to get in trouble either, but I'm not going to sit here and let them act like that and not. Look, they're the ones that have been aggressive, not me. I haven't done anything. Every day they turn around and do some weird passive-aggressive thing. So I don't know. It's weird. But look, like I say, I had a great time making Justice League. I'm super glad I got to finish it. It was cool to do the Snyder Cut of Justice League, and that was fun and everything, but Warner Bros. Still tortured me the whole time for whatever reason. They can't help it. I don't know why I'm such a frickin' pain in their ass, because I'm not trying to be, honestly. Now, whether these comments are true or not is actually genuinely besides the point. These are comments which you don't make publicly if you want to work with a studio again. And yeah, there'll be a lot of people that, disbelieve this and go, no, of course he's going to work with them again. Of course they will. I don't think he wants to. I really don't think he wants to, and I think these comments indicate that massively. And in terms of like how they tortured him and things like that, I mean, God knows. Who knows? Because it's left so vague, it's left open to headlines. Again, like this, Justice League director Zack Snyder says Warner Brothers tortured him while he finished the Snyder Cut. I mean, that's a terrible headline to get as a studio. They're going to be really annoyed by this. So I can't imagine they'll be working together again. But it's not just that, ladies and gents. It's not just that at all. More stuff. More stuff, right? So, there's this video with Vanity Fair that Zack Snyder did, right? He just breaks down his career and things like that. And even in this, ladies and gents, he throws some slam dunks at Warner Brothers. And it does sound bad, like it's not good. So, here's the quote. I said, well, can I at least come in and tell you what I think the best version of this would be? And so I went in and just kind of pitched them on finishing the movie correctly. And Zack Snyder's Justice League, and how we could market it, and what it would mean to the fans and all that. And then they came over to my house and watched it. No one had ever seen this version of the movie. They were like, okay, we're inclined to do it. So basically, Zack Snyder says that Warner Brothers never even saw the Snyder Cut until 2019. And what they mean by this, the Snyder Cut, because this is what's important here, it's not the Snyder Cut, right? That's not what they came over and watched. What they came over and watched, in terms of the pitch and things like that, would have been the assembly cut, which is what a lot of people have been saying was there. An assembly cut. An unfinished movie, because that is what an assembly cut is. But they would have seen it, and they would have gone, alright, yeah, okay, no, maybe we should check that out now. So what this opens up and reveals is that, of course, Warner Brothers cut everything. They never even saw anything. They immediately cut it during production. Yeah, hey, look, we need to condense this down. We need to sort this out, which we know now anyway. But these, again, are not comments that Warner Brothers is going to want out there. And this is what goes, essentially, with the other bit of news, is that Zack Snyder is distancing himself from a studio that he could work with again, but is seemingly not going to, based on this stuff. And then we get even more interesting comments. So the producer, Deborah Snyder, of course, wife of Zack Snyder, is surprised with, is basically questioning the transparency of streaming numbers. So, talking to the Hollywood Reporter, and this was about Army of the Dead, as well as Zack Snyder's Justice League, Deborah Snyder was asked about Warner Media's decision not to release any figures for the DC Comics movie, admitting that she was surprised. Snyder went on to address the lack of transparency in the streaming world. HBO. It's interesting that they haven't reported the numbers, but there have been a bunch of articles saying how massive Justice League has been. For us, it wasn't about that. It was about completing Zack's vision, something that because of our tragedy turned into something really ugly and distorted, and having a chance to set it right. The love from the fans for that film and for Zack's vision, and to be able to complete that vision was the why of it for us. There's been an amazing experience to see people enjoy it and the love. We had been developing this world and Zack's version of that world for over 10 years. It was kind of a weird ending or lack of ending for us. It was a nice way to get closure and also for people to see what it was meant to be. Now, these comments are not that bad, but again, questioning the transparency. Again, Warner Brothers is not going to like that. HBO Max isn't going to like that. AT&T isn't going to like that. And a lot of people would go, well, who cares? But, I mean, of course, you guys should care, because it means that he's not going to be hired again. Now, in terms of the transparency, it's interesting that she goes on to say, well, look, there's a bunch of articles that say, oh, it's massive. And there's also a bunch of articles that say it was watched by basically no one. I did a live stream on it, and the numbers were shocking, and I was like, ugh, I think it just doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound like, it should be as little as it is. But there you go. What do you guys think of this? I do genuinely think, based on these comments anyway, that the Snyderverse is dead. That'll annoy a lot of people, but I genuinely do think that look, I don't think Warner Brothers is going to like Zack Snyder running around going, you know what, Warner Brothers tortured me during production. Absolutely tortured me. They're passive-aggressive. Yep, they were aggressive. Why am I a pain in their ass? Oh, woe is me. I don't think they're going to take too kindly to that. At all, in fact. Apparently they can't help it. They're not going to like that. So let me know what you think, though, guys, down below in the comment section. Is the Snyderverse dead? I believe it is, and I believe it's dead by Zack Snyder's hand. I think he doesn't want to do it anymore, and I don't blame him either. Because, look, if Warner Brothers is such a pain in the ass to work with, and they torture people and whatever, why would you want to work with them? Let's be honest, why would you want to work with them? Because not only is he saying these things publicly now, but what's going to happen when he makes a new film with them? Say, for instance, he gets to work again. All the questions will be like, hey, Zack Snyder, do you remember that time? Here's this quote that you said Warner Brothers tortured you. Do they still torture you? Can you explain that more? That's going to be the headlines. That's going to be on the media rounds. That is going to be on the marketing tour. So, yeah, I think he's done. But let me know your thoughts down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend. Take care.